One of the big marketing trends that is gaining traction worldwide is something called brands or branding with a purpose. In other words, brands that are doing something to change people's lives for the better. Let's explore that concept now in a little more detail with Sibo Dube from Unilever. A very warm welcome and thank you for talking to us. So brands with a purpose. In your own words, what is the concept? But perhaps more importantly, why do you think it's important for brands to engage with it?
Thank you, Jeremy. I think gone are the days when companies, or should I say organizations, were working towards increasing shareholder value for profitability purposes. Now we have to go broader than that and ensure that we are looking into the requirements of our consumers, what it is that they are up against, what it is that our products can do to change their lives. So brands with a purpose really are looking at creating a brighter future for our consumers and the general population which we serve.
You're not the only organization that's doing it, but you're doing it very, very successfully. I would suggest to you, though, that it's critical that any campaign like this is seen in the consumer's mind as being absolutely authentic. You can't just tick a box and move on.
Yes. When we came up with our brands with a purpose concept, having a vision to create a brighter future for South Africans, we bothered about what it is that our population is grappling with. If you look at issues around health, for example, even our own government is making frantic efforts to improve the health of our people. And being an organization that is producing products with a direct impact on the nutritional content of our food and the general health of our people, it is really upon us to make sure we make a difference in that space.
I want to look at the nutrition thing in just a moment, but interestingly, you give yourselves targets through which brands are going to improve the livelihood of people. Why do you set the targets and how do you do that?
We've set ourselves a target of ensuring that we improve the health and nutrition of our consumers or our people around the world. By 2020, we would like to reach out to over 1 billion people by
1 billion people
by 2020.
It's a big target, that, eh?
Yes. And we hope by then we would have done a lot in the food space, for example, through reducing salt content, cholesterol levels, sugar content, and providing health information. And for South Africa in particular, we would like to focus also on heart health.
All right, let's look at one of your brands that's actually doing that, and that's the margarine brand Floro. So how have you embraced that branding with a purpose in terms of that particular product?
Jeremy, we've actually taken health information to the consumers, to the stores, through our Think Red campaign. This campaign basically gives consumers information around heart health. We have a very large population of South Africans battling with cardiovascular diseases, and 80% of the illnesses or deaths that come as a result of that could be prevented through a proper diet and being generally active. So we're bringing that information on our 1.2 kilogram Flora Light tab, where people can actually read about, the importance of eating healthy and what the implications are of the content of margarine that you consume.
How do you know it's working? It's always a difficult one, isn't it?
It is always a difficult one, but as Unilever, we've engaged some communities. Earlier this year, we had a community that we worked with where they were taking up one of our products, and we measured their cholesterol levels on average from the time they started consuming our product. And 3 weeks down the line, cholesterol levels had gone down to acceptable levels.
In just 3 weeks?
In 3 weeks.
That's pretty impressive. In fact, you've run an advertising campaign around that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we have.
Which was very successful. In conclusion, let me just suggest to you that it's all very well Sibo doing this, but you also have to have the buy-in from the company itself, from Unilever staff. How difficult a process do you think that's been?
Jeremy, I think employees are the people behind our products because they make them. They think around them, they strategize around them, and being the people that make the products and make them available to consumers, buy-in should start from the onset when we're planning, when we look at our consumers and what we'd like to put out there for them. So buy-in comes in naturally for them because they are the people that want to make it work.
It's called branding with a purpose. The question is, can your company afford not to be embarking on a strategy like this? Sibo Dube from Unilever, thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy.